Hello everyone, Nigel Pendleton here of the Royal Garden Appreciation Auxiliary at your service. I'm out here in beautiful Tucson, Arizona, early in the morning before it gets too hot. Joining me is the owner of Poppy Yard Solutions, Josh Gruba. Nice to see you, Josh.
Morning, Nigel. How are you?
I'm well, and what's our topic today, Sam?
We're going to work on some stumps today, Nigel. Have you ever had a stump?
You mean after a tree dies, you cut it down and leaves a stump?
Exactly. Aren't they nice?
No, they're not nice. They actually make me a bit angry.
Well, let's go figure out how to get rid of them. You want to know how?
Is there a solution?
A stump grinder.
Let's do it.
Let's go. In Tucson, when you have plants, shrubs, trees, if you don't have adequate irrigation over time, they're going to decline. And a lot of times it leads to death. A lot of times people cut trees down before that and you're left with a stump. And there's many things to do with the stump unless you have a tractor or something to rip it out. You have either grinding holes in it, putting copper nails in it, putting Roundup in it, things that aren't maybe favorable. We have a stump grinder that we can come out and grind it down below grade and get rid of it, and no more nuisance for you. We take the same machine. Sometimes we can cut the roots actually out in the entirety rather than grinding them down one little by little. You can take a saw or a sawzall, cut it and remove a big piece, and then grind down the bigger parts that are closer to the trunk.
It's really him. Oh, can't believe it. Nice to meet you, Nigel Pendleton.
Can you believe it, Mike?
Yeah, can you do the salute?
Let's do it. Let's do
I've
it.
always wanted to do the salute. I can't believe it. All right.
Can I have a word with you, Josh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Josh, excuse me, but what the heck? What the heck?
Nigel, he's a great guy. His Mike, the stump grinder, he handles all of our stumps. Just give him a chance.
Sure.
Let's go over here, watch him in action, I promise.
Okay.
I'll have him settle down.
Thank you.
I promise.
All right.
Coming up, Mike fires up the stump grinding machine to rid this yard of ugly stumps. But Nigel gets an uneasy and suspicious feeling about Mike. Stay tuned.
Nigel, there isn't a property in America that probably doesn't have one of these bad boys. Whether it's a dead tree, you cut down a tree, very few people know what to do with this leftover stump.
You don't want to trip on it.
You don't want to trip on it. Some people may want it as a little stool or something, but for the most part, it's a nuisance. And so we have a stump grinder and we can grind it down so it's below grade, out of sight, out of mind.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Hi, Mike.
Hey, Nigel. Hey, this is a picture of you in Buckingham Palace. I took it. Look back here. Right there at the Queen's Garden. You left a stump. You should have called me. I was there.
Okay, I would never leave a stump in the Queen's Garden.
You did, right?
Wait a minute, that's my apartment door.
Yeah, I was walking around following you. I'm a big fan.
He's a big fan.
It's Nigel.
Like a really big fan.
Really
Like
big
it's a
fan.
security issue.
He's just Mike the stump
Come on,
grinder.
let's do the salute.
Hey, Mike, let's not.
Okay.
We have a great guy named Mike. He handles all of our stump grinding. He gets in there, does a fantastic job, very thorough, huge fan of Nigel Pendleton, and I believe that's where he gets a lot of his passion from. When we think about the garden industry and who we look up to, we think of Nigel, almost like kids in the basketball world look up to Michael Jordan or Tiger Woods in the golf world. While Mike gets started on that stump grinder, Nigel, let me show you what else we're gonna do.
Oh, this is beautiful. I haven't seen a box with this healthy since the Royal Garden.
No, that's an oleander. These are kind of poisonous, and in fact, we're gonna get rid of them for the customer.
Of course we are.
We're gonna cut them down, stump grind them. We're actually gonna take up these pavers and level it out, relay them, create a nice little extra space for those people.
It'll look great.
Let's do it. Nigel, isn't Mike great?
Oh, I've never seen anyone like Mike.
He does a good job.
Whose cell phone is this?
Oh, that's Mike's.
Let's see.
Coming up, disturbed by the pictures he finds on Mike's phone, Nigel decides to do some grinding himself. Will he grind stumps or something else? Stay tuned.
You should have a professional take care of your stump grinding because of all the potentials that come into play. You don't want to get out there and end up hitting an electrical box, the machine getting kind of too much for you to handle. We have the experience of knowing what we're capable of, what the machine does. We're not going to hit a box that's a foot away from this stump. Let us take care of the dirty work and make sure you can just relax and enjoy your day. You know, when you're doing projects in your house, like retiling your living room or your bathroom, you want it done right. The same thing goes when you do your backyard. You don't want anything done that's done imperfectly, non-professionally. You want a professional to take care of these things. That way you can look at it 5 years down the road and still be proud of what you've had. A lot of times you run into projects where people want pavers and there's a stump in the way. We'll go in and dig out the stump and stump grind it to the best of our ability so it's not going to grow back. And then we will come in with AB rock, properly compact it, and then put a nice layer of sand on it to scree and create a level surface to relay the pavers on a perfect surface so that they're flush with existing patios or just level for new patio surfaces. Mike, thanks again for your help today. You did a great job, man.
Josh, it's my pleasure, man.
I mean,
I can't believe I got to meet Nigel. Hey, do you see my phone? I want to get a picture with Nigel.
No, I haven't seen it. Well, there's Nigel. Let's see.
Hey, what's he doing with my stump grinder?
Well, there's your phone.
What are you doing with my phone?
I'll get rid of those
Nigel,
pictures. No, don't stop. You can't stop it. You can't stop me.
What are you doing? What are you doing? I used to look up to you. You're my hero. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do to my phone? This isn't a stump. You don't know the difference. I used to think you were cool, man. I used to look up to you. Now I just realized, Nigel, you're just a guy that leaves stumps in the Queen's Garden. I'm out of here with my grinding. Josh, I didn't mean to hurt his feelings like that.
Nigel, sometimes you can't take things too personally.